My name is Ericka and welcome to my YouTube channel. I have been meaning to do something with this for a long time, but I'm finally doing it, so I'm glad you are here. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am a mom of two living in Indianapolis, Indiana. I am an author, a writer, a speaker, social media person. I've been doing that professionally and writing professionally for most of my career, but my real heart and the heart behind this YouTube channel and when I'm in the work that I'm doing now is the church. It is women. It is seeing a community thrive within faith spaces to heal people and to meet them where they are, and to show the world that the church of your past, the faith of your past, whatever you grew up with, that does not have to be the church of your future. Some people grew up and they were hurt by their faith. They had a bad experience within their church. They maybe had a bad experience with their faith. But I believe that God is doing a great work within his church now, as imperfect as it is, and that there are so many reasons to reinvest your commitment and your life back into finding a church community that can be there for you. Statistics show that those who do go to church are happier, healthier, less depression, less suicide, have happier marriages, are more, they volunteer a lot more, they're much more generous, they are much more into their civic duties, and just all around, the church for society does what no other entity has been able to do. And so, as so many people have left the church in recent years, it has really just been on my heart to remind us why the church matters, that the church is, God put it there for himself, and it's part of him. And it's so interesting when you think about it, like if you really, really want to know someone, you really kind of need to get to know other members of their family, or, if you had a best friend and you didn't know their spouse, wouldn't it be kind of like you didn't know, as much about them as you could? And in a similar way, we really can't know the full depth of God as far as we can know him here on this earth without also knowing his church, because the church to him is so beloved. So before I just continue on, I just wanted to share a little bit of my passion for why I'm doing this. I want to see God move in the lives of women. So many of us have lost our faith, or, especially in a time of COVID, left the church, or maybe did so long ago. But I think the key here is that there are so many people that you feel that tug on your heart, like you want to come back to God. It's interesting, even though, thousands of people, we see the statistics, thousands of people have left church, but did you know that something like 80% of people desire a closer relationship with God, regardless of if they are attending church, regardless of if they, want to attach themselves to a certain labeled religion or denomination. Almost all of us want a closer relationship with God. And the Bible tells us that one of the, and if not the very best way to do that, is to be a part of his church. And what I love about the world today, or at least in the United States today, is that church is not one thing. Church is not the mega church you went to growing up necessarily. It is not the, Pentecostal wearing dresses church. And if you like that kind of church, that's great. But so many people don't, and they've only experienced one form of church. And the thing is like, there's so much more out there. There's so many more people out there. There's so many more ways of doing church. And so many people, like, yes, people are always going to disappoint you. But please don't rely on those past imperfections and those past hurts to guide the entire future of your faith. And so, anyway, that's where my heart lies. The church has been a huge part of my life. It has helped change my husband's life. And it has been an anchor through everything that I've ever been through. And my passion is to bring more people into that boat of community and encouragement and healing, and a place where you can put all your brokenness on the floor, be exactly the person that you are, ask every question that you have, bring in every doubt, every curiosity, every fear, every bit of anger, and just put it on the floor and put it in front of people and just take your mask off. That's the kind of church that I believe in. And no, I don't think all churches operate that way, but I think some do. And I think we're creating more of them. And I want to create more of them. And we need you and your voice to help create more of them as well. One thing someone mentioned to me recently was, maybe you feel like you don't need the church, but does the church need you? Does the church need your voice and your direction to create a new faith space for people just like you who want to have a closer relationship with God, who want their spiritual lives to deepen, who want to find a fulfillment that can't be found anywhere else? Thanks.